video, I was just wondering if you have been in a relationship and then guess what? You feel like every other either friend or family is in the relationship with your other half. Hello, greetings, and welcome to Cornerstone Focus Therapy CFT, your rock solid foundation for building relationships, for psychological as well as spiritual solutions. I am your host, and I go by the name Etienne Becker. I'm here to talk about this issue because it's a burning issue, and it is something that could potentially damage or ruin your relationship. Oh, yes, it can. Right. I was speaking to a client the other day, and he talked about how it's important for him to have a girlfriend who is far away from him and his friends and his family. And as we got talking, he mentioned, he made a point and said that, actually, you know what? I'm better off in a relationship like this because I don't want my relatives, my family to ruin or to come in between our relationship. I don't want them poisoning their mind. So I just thought, you know what? I'm gonna talk about this because sometimes you can be in a relationship and the man that you're dating is so attached to his mom. I'm not saying that it's a bad thing, but there are limits, there are boundaries, and this is one of the things that we deal with when you come for, the journey that we're going to be going through. There are boundaries, but these boundaries are being broken. I wonder whether to use this example or not, but I know of somebody who's very close and they happen to share. Anyway, let me finish that story first. So you can be dating a man who's so close with a mom such that you feel like their mom is getting in the middle of your relationship with your man. And I'm thinking to myself that, that is something that needs to be dealt with, and it's something that I believe I have dealt with before I met my, this is real. Sometimes when the relationship with either the man, and majority of it is with the mother, because it's the mother that gives birth to this child and wants the best for their child. And somebody once told me that, a very wise person told me when I was going through therapy, that sometimes there are some women who will never see another girl worthy of their son. They will always be substandard. They will never live up. The other girl will never live up to the standard of what the mom expects and hopes for her child. And that is why when I talk about relationships and the journey of going through, therapy, is to ensure that that pattern or that cord, that bonding that is unhealthy. Remember, there's a healthy bonding between a mother and a son. That's where a son learns how to treat women, learns how to react with women. There is usually an issue when a son cannot trust their mother, right? And unless that son goes through a reparative relationship, it becomes very difficult to relate with other women. What do I mean by reparative relationship? A reparative relationship is a relationship that is there a relationship. A reparative relationship is basically a make-do relationship, and I'm going to give an example just to explain this. So if you're having an issue with your primary caregiver, who could be a father, and you don't get what you need from your father, in most cases, you'll find that you will meet an uncle, you will meet another man that is elderly that you can look up to, that you can talk to, that you can discuss issues with. And that is a reparative relationship. For women, the same thing. Majority of women, this is just coming to me, have had a very bad relationship with a male figure in their lives. And in order to correct that, one of the ways to go about that is to have a reparative relationship with a manly figure, because it replaces the damaged relationship that women have had with the could be a parent, primary caregiver, or something of the sort. Well, that's what we call a reparative relationship. And I got a bit sidetracked with what I was talking about. Can friends, family be in your relationship? Are you facing that right now? Can they be in your relationship such that you feel like the person that you love, you have to love them together with their family, in the sense that it's actually interfering with the love that you have with your family? Now, I'm not trying to say that you should just love your partner and not their family. Far be it from that. But all I'm saying is that in some relationships, you do find that there are times when you feel like, you know what, I know I love this person that I am with, and it still feels to me that, there's too much interference from their family, and that is an issue that needs to be dealt with spiritually. It needs to be dealt with spiritually. I remember there's a story of a woman called Rebecca. Is it Rebecca? Who was going to marry Isaac. And when they went to visit where she comes from, her family was refusing to let her go until the servant who had been sent had to give dowry. It costed. Costs is there. And that's why I'm here, because it's gonna cost for you to be loosed, or to have your partner loosed from that tie, being tied. I've been in a relationship, by the way, where I just couldn't get a thing past this girl without her consulting with her mom. And it felt like I'm dating her and the mom together. And I'm thinking to myself, hang on, am I dating you, or am I dating your mother? I love your mom. I love parents. I respect parents. Honestly, I do. But it did feel like, you know what, I'm dating this girl. And even before I go far, even in my current relationship with my superwoman, she's a superwoman, I had to deal with issues, because we would talk and everything is cool and we're dating, and I suggest XYZ, and then ask her what she thinks about it, and she's like, actually, yeah, that looks like it can work. But a week after, I'm ringing my girl up, and by the time we start talking, all the plans that we had have sort of been changed. And when I look closely, I'm like, I don't know whether it's coming from their friends, her friends, or her family, or just someone, or a relative. And it becomes difficult to bond and to move forward together. It feels like I'm going along and I'm going into this relationship with her, and it's not us. Remember, a man and a woman come together and become one item, not two items. You don't get into a relationship and give half of yourself, and the rest half is still back home. And that's why it's very important to, in case you haven't checked this out, I've got a program, Cornerstone Focus Therapy Relationship Detox Program, that helps people detox from where they're coming from the toxins that they have experienced from their past, so that they don't bring those toxins into their future relationship. So can family, can relatives really and truly enter into your relationship and into your business to the point where they destroy your business? I don't know what experience you have had, but if you have had a similar experience like this, go on, leave your comment down below. Let's hear your story. Let's hear your dilemma and how you went about things. And once again, if you haven't checked out my program, I'm going to leave a link where you can get in touch to go on a journey to detox your relationship from friends and family. These are issues that need to be dealt with before you go into a relationship. Otherwise, you can say, this is not for me, and you can go into a relationship, and trust me, you would deal with those issues in that relationship. So either you deal with them presently in that relationship, and to me it'll feel like you're coming from zero, from negative zero, coming to get to one and start moving up. And trust me, that is draining. So anyway, let me know your thoughts. Thank you very much for watching. Once again, this is Etienne Becker, your host, counselor, psychotherapist, and spiritual consultant. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye now.